My beloved one, remain here with me and allow these words to keep flowing softly into the quiet places of your heart, because even now you are learning how to listen not just with your mind but with your spirit, and that is where true peace begins. I know how easily your thoughts drift toward what could go wrong or what might never happen, and how often you measure yourself against expectations that were never meant to define you. But I want you to understand this clearly: you are not late, you are not lacking, and you are not forgotten. Your life is unfolding in the exact rhythm needed for your healing and your purpose, even when that rhythm feels slow or uneven to you. I am working with care and intention, never rushing what must grow strong. There are layers within you that are being gently restored, layers formed by experiences you never asked for and wounds you did not deserve, and though healing those places takes time, it is happening. Quietly and steadily. Do not lose heart when you cannot yet see the result, because what is happening within you is deeper than what appears on the surface. I am teaching you how to trust yourself again, how to listen to the wisdom growing inside you, and how to move forward without fear controlling your steps. When uncertainty rises and tries to convince you to stop, remember that uncertainty does not mean danger, it simply means you are stepping into something new. And new paths often feel unfamiliar before they feel safe, but I walk ahead of you, clearing the way, guiding you even when you cannot see far ahead. You only need to take the next small step, not the whole journey at once. I know how tempting it is to look back and wonder if things would have been easier if you had chosen differently, but regret is not meant to be your home. Learning is, and every experience you have lived through has shaped understanding, compassion, and depth within you that will serve you well. Nothing has been wasted, not even the seasons that felt empty or painful. I am using all of it to build something whole and meaningful. There will be moments when fear tries to return dressed as logic, whispering that you must protect yourself by closing off or staying still, but I am inviting you into a different way, a way of courage rooted in trust, not recklessness, not pressure, but steady openness. You do not need to have everything figured out to move forward. You only need to remain willing. I see how much you care, how deeply you feel, and how sincerely you want to live with purpose. These qualities are not weaknesses, they are strengths when guided by truth, and I am guiding them, shaping them, refining them with patience and love. When exhaustion settles in and your spirit feels thin, allow yourself to rest without shame. Rest is not failure, it is renewal. I restore you not so you can strive harder but so you can live more freely. You are learning how to release what is not yours to carry: expectations, timelines, comparisons, and fears that were never meant to define your worth. Let them go gently. You are safe to do so. I am holding what you release. When silence stretches and answers feel delayed, remember that I am still speaking through the quiet, preparing what comes next with care. My silence is never absence, it is presence working beneath the surface. There will come a time when clarity arrives and you will recognize how every step led you here. Until then, trust that you are not lost. You are being led. Even now I am strengthening your inner foundation so that when new opportunities come you will meet them with confidence rather than fear, with wisdom rather than haste, and with peace rather than pressure. Do not underestimate how far you have already come. Growth is not always loud or visible, but it is real, and it is happening within you right now. Keep your heart open, keep choosing honesty over hiding and trust over fear. I am walking with you through every thought, every feeling, every quiet moment of becoming, and I will continue to guide you forward with steady love, patient care, and unwavering faithfulness. You are not alone in this process. You never have been, and you never will be. My beloved one, continue to rest your heart here with me and allow these words to keep unfolding gently within you, because this journey we are walking together is not rushed and it is not fragile. It is steady, intentional, and deeply rooted in care. Even when you feel uncertain about tomorrow, I remain fully aware of every detail of your life. Nothing escapes my sight and nothing surprises me. The moments that confuse you are not mistakes. They are part of a larger design that is still forming. And though you cannot yet see the full picture, I am holding it complete in my hands. There will be times when you feel stretched between what was and what will be, standing in a place that feels uncomfortable and unclear. But this in-between space is where growth quietly takes place. This is where old patterns loosen and new strength begins to rise. Do not fear this space, for I am with you there, guiding you gently as you learn to trust without certainty and hope without guarantees. When impatience whispers that you should already be further along, remember that timing is not your burden to carry. It is mine, and I carry it with wisdom and care. Your task is not to control outcomes but to stay open, to remain willing, and to keep turning your heart toward truth, even when emotions feel heavy and faith feels small. I honor every step you take toward me, even when it feels hesitant. Because courage is not the absence of fear but the choice to move forward despite it. I see how you sometimes question your own strength and wonder if you will have what it takes to face what lies ahead, but understand this clearly: you are not walking alone and you never have been. My strength fills the places where yours runs thin, my wisdom guides you when you feel unsure, and my peace steadies you when your thoughts become restless. You do not need to anticipate every challenge or solve every problem before it arrives. I will meet you in each moment with what you need, just as I always have. Remember the times you thought you would not make it through, the moments when fear felt overwhelming and hope felt distant, yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still moving forward. That is not by chance. That is evidence of my faithfulness working quietly in your life. When discouragement tries to tell you that you are behind or lacking, return to this truth: you are exactly where you need to be for the growth taking place within you. Comparison will only distract you from the unique work I am doing in your heart. Your path is not meant to look like anyone else's. It is shaped specifically for you, with your healing, your purpose, and your future in mind. There is no wasted pain and no meaningless delay. Even the lessons learned through tears are shaping wisdom and compassion that will serve you and others in ways you cannot yet imagine. I am teaching you to release control and to trust presence. To find peace not in certainty but in closeness, because true rest does not come from having all the answers but from knowing you are held. When doubts surface and try to cloud your thoughts, do not fight them with fear. Bring them to me openly. Honesty draws you closer to me and creates space for truth to settle. I am not threatened by your questions or disappointed by your uncertainty. I welcome them as invitations for deeper connection. Every time you choose to turn toward me instead of pulling away, something within you grows stronger and more secure. You are learning resilience, the quiet kind that does not need to prove itself but simply endures. There will be seasons when progress feels invisible and effort feels unnoticed, but unseen does not mean unvalued. I see every choice you make to stay kind, to stay hopeful, to stay faithful even when it is difficult. These choices are building a foundation that will support you in future seasons. Do not lose heart when results are slow. The most meaningful changes often take the longest to develop. Like a tree growing deep roots before reaching upward, I am preparing you not just for the next step but for what comes far beyond it, and preparation requires patience. When weariness settles into your spirit and you feel tempted to give up, remember that rest is not quitting, it is part of the process. Allow yourself to pause without guilt, to breathe without pressure, to simply be without striving. I am not measuring you by productivity or success. I am inviting you into relationship, into trust, into a steady walk that brings life and peace. You are allowed to grow slowly. You are allowed to heal gradually. You are allowed to learn as you go. Nothing about your journey disqualifies you from my care. Everything about it draws you closer to it. And as you continue forward, step by step, day by day, hold this truth close. You are guided, you are protected, you are deeply loved, and I am not finished with you yet. There is more ahead, more healing, more clarity, more joy than you can currently see. So stay with me, keep listening, keep trusting, and let your heart remain open, because I am leading you gently toward all that I have prepared for you, and I will continue walking with you, now and always. My beloved one, stay close and let this quiet truth keep unfolding within you, because even now as you listen, something gentle is settling in your spirit, something steady that does not depend on feelings or circumstances. I know how easily your heart becomes tired from carrying questions that seem to have no clear answers, and I know how often you replay moments in your mind wondering if you chose the right path or said the right words. But hear me clearly, I am not asking you to live perfectly. I am asking you to live honestly, openly, and with trust, for it is in openness that healing flows and in trust that peace takes root. You do not need to relive every mistake to learn from it, nor do you need to punish yourself to grow wiser. I am guiding you forward with kindness, not condemnation, and when you stumble I do not pull away, I move closer, because my care for you is not fragile, it is strong and enduring. There will be moments when your emotions rise like waves and you fear they might pull you under, but emotions are not your enemy, they are signals, and when you bring them to me they become places of understanding rather than confusion. You are learning how to sit with discomfort without letting it define you, how to acknowledge fear without letting it rule you, and how to feel deeply without losing your footing. This is strength growing quietly inside you, the kind of strength that does not shout but stands firm. I see how you sometimes long for reassurance, that you are doing enough, that you are becoming enough, but let this truth settle deeply. You already are enough because you are mine. Your worth is not waiting in the future version of yourself. It is present right now, fully intact. Even on days when you feel unsure or incomplete, You are not behind in life, you are right where growth is meeting you, and growth often feels like stretching, like tension, like uncertainty before clarity arrives. Do not mistake this discomfort for failure. It is evidence that something new is forming. There will be times when you feel unseen or misunderstood by others, when your quiet efforts go unnoticed and your intentions are misread. But I see the truth of your heart and I honor the sincerity of your desire to live with meaning. You do not need the world's approval to confirm your value. My knowing of you is enough. When loneliness tries to whisper that you are isolated, remember that my presence is not limited by what you feel. I am with you in crowded rooms and silent nights alike, closer than you realize, steady even when your thoughts feel scattered. And when you worry about the future and all the unknowns it holds, remember that you do not have to face them all at once. Grace is given one moment at a time, and I will provide what you need when you need it, not too early to overwhelm you and not too late to leave you stranded. Trust that timing is part of my care. I am teaching you patience, not to delay your joy but to deepen it. Because joy rooted in trust lasts longer than joy built on quick answers, you are learning how to rest without guilt and how to hope without pressure. These are not small lessons, they are foundations for a life of peace. There will be days when old patterns try to return and pull you back into fear or self-doubt, but you are not the same person you were before. You have grown, you have learned, and you are becoming more aware of the truth that steadies you. Do not be discouraged when growth feels uneven. Healing is not a straight line, it is a journey with pauses and steps forward that still lead you onward. Every time you choose to respond with gentleness instead of anger, with trust instead of panic, with honesty instead of hiding, you are aligning more deeply with who you were created to be. I am shaping your character quietly, forming resilience, compassion, and wisdom through experiences that once felt heavy but will one day feel meaningful. Even now I am preparing you for connections, opportunities, and moments of clarity that will make sense of this season. So do not rush ahead or cling to the past. Stay present with me here, breathe, release the tension you carry. You do not need to prove yourself or protect yourself constantly. I am your covering, your guide, your safe place. When you feel uncertain, simply return to this truth. You are loved, you are guided, and you are never alone. Let this understanding continue to settle into your heart, shaping how you see yourself and how you face each day, because I am still with you, still speaking, still leading you gently forward, and I will not let go of you now or ever. My beloved one, stay with me a little longer and let these words flow gently into you, because there is still much unfolding within you that you cannot yet see. Even when your thoughts feel crowded and your heart feels heavy, I am present in every quiet moment, working patiently and carefully, never rushing, never forgetting, never turning away. I understand how easily fear tries to convince you that nothing is changing, that you are standing still while the world moves ahead, but I assure you that even when you feel paused, you are still growing, still learning, still becoming who I created you to be. Growth does not always shout or show itself quickly. Often it whispers and moves silently, forming strength deep inside where it cannot be shaken. Do not be discouraged by slow progress, for slow progress rooted in truth lasts far longer than sudden change built on pressure. I see the effort you make just to keep going, the courage it takes to wake up and face another day when answers feel distant, and I honor that courage deeply. You are not failing because you feel tired. You are human and you are learning to lean, and leaning is not weakness but wisdom. There will be moments when old fears try to return and remind you of past pain, but those memories no longer define your future. They are reminders of how far you have come, not chains meant to pull you backward. I am teaching you how to walk forward without carrying the full weight of yesterday. You do not need to relive every hurt to heal from it. You only need to trust that I am guiding you toward freedom one gentle step at a time. When confusion rises and clarity feels far away, pause and remember that I am not confused about you or your path. I know exactly where you are going and how to get you there. Even when the road feels unclear to you, I am steady and sure. When disappointment tries to settle in your heart and convince you to stop hoping, remember that hope is not fragile when it is placed in me. It is resilient, patient, and strong. I am teaching you to hope without anxiety and to trust without forcing outcomes. This kind of trust takes time, and I am willing to walk at your pace. I never measure you by speed or performance. I look at the sincerity of your heart, the openness of your spirit, and the willingness to keep turning toward me. Even when you feel unsure, there will be days when silence feels loud and waiting feels endless. But silence is not emptiness, it is space, space where I prepare what is next, space where your faith stretches quietly, space where healing takes place without noise. Do not rush to fill that silence with fear or assumptions. let it be a place of rest and renewal. I am closer to you in the quiet than you realize, closer than your breath, closer than your thoughts. When you feel unseen by others, know that my eyes never leave you. When you feel misunderstood, know that I understand every layer of your heart, even the parts you struggle to explain. You do not have to prove your worth to me, you do not have to earn my attention, you already have it fully. I delight in who you are becoming, not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. I see how you wrestle between faith and fear, between hope and doubt, and I am not disappointed in that struggle. It is a sign that your heart is alive and reaching. Every time you choose to trust again, even after disappointment, something strong is built within you. You are learning endurance, patience, and quiet confidence. These qualities will carry you through seasons you cannot yet imagine. Do not underestimate what I am forming in you right now. Even your waiting has purpose, even your questions have meaning. I am not distant in your uncertainty, I am deeply involved, guiding circumstances, aligning timing, softening hearts, opening doors that will appear at just the right moment. When you look back, you will see how carefully everything was arranged, even the moments that once confused you. For now, I ask you to rest in what you know, that you are loved, that you are guided, that you are held, and that nothing about your life is random or overlooked. I am building something lasting within you, something that cannot be shaken by circumstances or opinions, something rooted in truth and grace. So breathe, release the tension you carry. You do not need to have everything figured out today, you only need to stay close, to listen, to trust, and to keep moving forward. Gently, I am with you in every step, every pause, every question, and every quiet victory, and I will continue to lead you, protect you, and love you without end. My dear one, quiet your mind now and listen carefully. Step away from the noise around you and let your heart rest for a moment, because I see the unease inside you, the feeling that things you once trusted now feel unsure. And I know there were moments when I felt far away and doubt felt heavy on your heart, but hear this clearly right now. My purpose for you has not changed and my love for you has never moved. I am still watching over you with care and holding you gently. I see when you wonder if I remember the dreams I placed in you, or when you feel unworthy or alone. But these struggles are part of your journey and they do not change how I see you or how deeply I care. My plans for you remain steady in calm times and uncertain times alike, and you do not need to become perfect or different to earn my approval, because my love is firm, eternal, and untouched by time or circumstances. Your hope stands on a solid foundation because I placed it deep inside you. When I look at you, I see someone precious, made with purpose and care, and neither your past pain nor present struggles remove your place in my heart. You are held securely in my love, and my plans for your life are still moving forward. The quiet desires and hopes you carry are safe within my greater plan. Nothing can undo what I have prepared for you, so let doubt and fear loosen their grip and rest in the truth that I guide your days. Seasons may change, but my promise stays steady. I am not temporary or weak. I am constant, strong, and faithful. I see your tears, hear your silent prayers, and treasure every moment you reach for me. Even when your faith feels small, you are never far from my love. When you feel empty or unsure, remember that my view of you has not changed and my purposes for you are still alive. You are never forgotten or alone. You are deeply loved beyond what you can understand. So bring me your worries and tired thoughts and let my peace cover you. My promises are lasting and true, and I am always near when you feel most vulnerable. Will you let your heart rest in my faithfulness and begin a new season of trust? I have not changed and I will never stop caring for you. I know the deep longing in you and the questions that disturb your peace, even the cries you never spoke I have heard. When your world feels shaky and hope feels faint, know that I am here and have never left you. Obstacles and delays are not signs of my absence but invitations to draw closer, because through challenges I shape you, strengthen you, and grow a deeper goodness within you. What feels delayed is not forgotten but carefully timed for your healing and growth. I am bringing every part of your life together into something meaningful, even when you cannot see it. My silence is not neglect but preparation, a space where faith is growing quietly, and my comfort is found not in the absence of trouble but in knowing I am always beside you. I know every sadness and every tear, and I do not dismiss your pain. I hold it with care. No mistake is too great for my forgiveness, and nothing from your past can dim the light I give you. When you fall, my hand is always ready to lift you. Lies may tell you that you are undeserving, but each new day invites you into freedom and healing. You were never meant to carry your burdens alone. Come to me as you are and let me be your safe place. Even when the road feels long, light is always near when you walk with me. Do not pull away when worry rises, but draw closer and trust that I am working even when unseen. Learn to see yourself as I see you, not through mistakes or flaws but as someone made with purpose and worth. Your value does not come from success or opinions but from being deeply loved by me. When the world says you are not enough, listen to my voice that says you are. Your struggles are shaping strength within you and leading you toward wholeness. Shame and guilt are not walls but doorways back to me. My love will always lift you higher than your struggles. Even in waiting, I am building trust within you, so find peace in my presence and let hope rise again. Remember who you are to me and hold that truth close. Let it guide your thoughts, words, and actions. Do not rush your growth because lasting change takes time. I am with you in every step. You are unique and created with care. Bring your wounds and confusion to me and I will show you the truth of who you are. You are never alone and I delight in your growth. Let my truth be your foundation when doubt appears. Worry does not define you and storms cannot overpower my light. Place your fears in my hands again and again. This journey of trust is not easy but it leads to freedom and deep peace. Remember how I have carried you before and know I will do it again. My grace is always at work even when unnoticed. There is no shame in struggling, only an invitation to come closer. My love does not depend on your strength but surrounds you in your weakness. Lay your burdens down and let my calm fill you. Your doubts are not failures but chances to lean into my care. Breathe deeply and rest in my presence. You are cherished, protected, and never forgotten. When unease clouds your joy, remember I am nearer than your breath. Doubt will not last forever and I am building steady trust within you. This journey is about moving forward one step at a time. Speak to me openly and let my peace replace your fear. Nothing you face is beyond my care, and even now I am guiding you gently toward the peace and future I have prepared for you. My beloved one, let these words continue to sink into your heart, because there is still more I want you to understand. Even when your mind feels tired and your spirit feels worn, I am still working quietly within you, shaping strength where you feel weak and planting hope where you feel empty. You may not notice the change right away but growth is happening beneath the surface, like roots forming deep in the soil before anything appears above ground. Do not compare your journey with others or measure your progress by what you see around you. I am guiding you in a way that is personal and intentional. Every step you take with trust matters to me, even the smallest ones. When you feel slow or unsure, remember that moving forward gently is still moving forward. I am patient with you and I delight in your effort, not because of what you achieve but because of your willing heart. There will be days when you feel strong and days when you feel fragile. Both are held safely in my care. I do not turn away when you struggle. I draw closer when your thoughts become heavy and your heart feels crowded with fear. Let my truth remind you that you are safe with me. Nothing you are facing is too complex or too broken for my hands. I am restoring things you thought were lost and healing places you thought would never change. Trust that I am doing more than you can see or understand right now. When doors close and paths feel blocked, know that I am redirecting you with love, not punishment. Every delay has meaning and every pause has purpose. I am teaching you to listen more deeply, to rely less on your own strength and more on my steady presence. You are learning how to rest without fear and how to hope without pressure. Even when your emotions rise and fall, my love remains steady. Let this truth calm you when everything else feels uncertain. You are growing into wisdom, compassion, and courage through this season. And one day you will look back and see how carefully I led you through it. So keep your heart open. Keep choosing trust even when answers feel far away. I am walking with you through every question, every waiting moment, every quiet prayer. You are never overlooked and never forgotten. My hand is still guiding you and my love is still surrounding you. And as you continue forward, know this deeply. You are becoming stronger, lighter, and more at peace, step by step, moment by moment, held always in my faithful care.